In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how ConnectYard can be used as an emergency notification system with a few extra features that make it even more valuable than other standard ENSs. So for my example, I'm going to be sending out an emergency alert regarding a real-life event, that impacted us on the East Coast. That was Hurricane Sandy. And you can see that I've already typed out my message here in a new Outlook email. I'm going to be sending this out to my emergency alert yard, which is already set up. I've also added an attachment to my message, and the ConnectYard platform allows you to attach any kind of file, whether it's a picture, an emergency procedure document, or some other resource that you may want to push to users. Finally, I'm going to mark this email as important, and this is going to make my message urgent in ConnectYard, which I will explain right after I send this and switch over to my student account that's already logged in. So here's the message that I just sent out. You can see over here in the bottom right that it's been marked as urgent. ConnectYard allows users to selectively turn channels on and off depending on how they want to receive the notification. But when a message is marked as urgent, which can be done by changing the priority or importance of an email, or by marking the urgent box when posting in the platform, notifications are sent to all of a user's channels that they have linked to their account, regardless of their notification settings. This allows administrators to push out important messages that they know will more likely be read by students. Also, as was the case during Hurricane Sandy, power, internet, or cell phone might be down, or combination of some of them, and the chance that all these channels being down is less likely. So blasting out this urgent message really gives you a better chance that the users will actually receive it rather than just relying on text or email alone. Another useful feature that I've talked about in other demonstrations is being able to track views on your messages. So after you send out your emergency alert, you can actually keep track of how many people have viewed it so far. And these views are going to be tracked anytime someone reads a notification or opens up an email or, views the message in platform or Facebook. And that's not something you can really do with other ENSs. Another feature that makes ConnectYard stand out from other systems is the ability for students to reply to messages. In this scenario, it looks like Matt spotted a down power line and was able to send in a picture right from his cell phone. Allowing users to reply to messages kind of gives you that tip line capability, so you have another set of eyes around campus if there is some kind of disaster like this. So I'm actually going to like Matt's reply and post a comment just saying that I can see the same thing from the library window. So now not only can students reply with these tips around campus, but they'll be able to comment on each other, and this kind of validates what they're seeing, so that that this is a real issue and that you should go out and respond to it. Now what you can also do in ConnectYard is have say another yard set up for first responders. So you see these tips coming in from students. One of these first responders might see one of these messages, so they can go over to a yard that they have set up for all of the responders and send out a message. And you can see here that I'm mentioning another user in my message. We have a mention feature similar to the way that Twitter and Facebook have. There's a couple benefits to mentioning users. The first is that when you mention someone, it's going to alert them of the mention. So even though they might have their notification settings turned off for a particular yard, if you mention them, we'll send out the mention alert and they'll be notified of the conversation. Also, mentioning is a good way of pulling people into conversations. So for example, let's say you're having this conversation in the campus safety yard. If you wanted to pull in an administrator that is not a member of this yard, you can actually mention them, and then they will have access to that conversation that you're having.